Haim, funnily enough, Tackling Jack, there's a small error on the panel.
Oh, they glossed past me.
But it's the guy we want to talk about at the moment.
Yep.
About, a week ago.
Is this what I think it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great.
Jack,
Because it's just listed as secret on the sheet, and I thought, you followed me or something over the holidays. I'm about to be stung.
No.
So can I just say, muchas gracias, Andy, for
not following you.
whatever, for me being off the hook and not having. I was rapidly trying to scramble to defend myself. I'm so glad the attention's on Jack.
Yeah,
stacks on, I say. Let us all rush forth and gleefully smack him on the butt.
Jack,
Jack, in all fairness, let's treat you fairly.
Okay.
About a week ago, you put in a request to Hamish and myself.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder if you didn't get that email. You haven't said anything.
No, this has been the source of great mirth between Andy and I. Yeah. You have asked, and bearing in mind, all this money comes out of the show's budget.
Yeah.
So really, it's the people's money.
Yeah.
And haven't we had enough spending disasters this week with that pager? You've asked for a standing desk, stand-up desk at work.
Doesn't want to sit anymore, everyone. Bad for your back. He wants a new desk in the office, specifically made, custom made for Jack.
It's like $900.
Yeah, they're surprisingly expensive.
Yeah.
When you would think it should just be the price of a normal desk plus a bit more leg.
A bit more metal.
Not
bottom.
thrice the price of a desk.
Well, no, because the one I've sent you turns from a sitting desk into a standing desk.
Oh, it's top of the range.
I can actually sit and stand.
Oh, so you want both options?
I want both options.
You don't want to shirk.
I don't want to stand all day,
Yep.
but I do want the option to stand a little bit because it's more
What's-
healthy.
Is it top of the range?
I mean, yeah, it is. No, it's one down from the most expensive, which I think I said in the email.
Yeah.
Great.
So,
Appreciate
okay.
it.
Here's how this has to play out. That was Jack selling, by the way, everyone. It's the people's money. It comes out of the show. 13, 10, 60.
The show will be $900 less enjoyable.
Yeah.
For whatever it is we were going to use that money for this year.
But
we
Jack-
don't want Jack's spine to pay the price.
exactly. So 13, 10, 60. Should we give Jack the desk?
Should we put conditions on it?
Yeah. We
Who
could.
knows? People might ring up with just a workplace condition.
Yeah. Jack, Tackling Jack here, push the buttons for the show. You have your microphone on as well, Jacko.
Thank you.
He has requested a stand-up desk.
Sit-stand desks, I reckon, are the hoverboards of the office world.
Yeah.
They're a very polarizing piece of equipment. Some people fiercely mock them, and I would have to say I'm more in that camp than the camp hailing them as a wonder of new technology.
I'm not getting it to be cool though, Ham. I'm getting
I know
it
you're
to
not.
be...
Don't do that.
It's healthy alternative to sitting all day.
My girlfriend must be listening because she just texted and said, I want one of these desks as well. Will you go and ask your boss?
Yeah, we're not just giving away these desks.
She's written back, a friend of hers who works at the NAB bank.
Yep.
Everyone in the office gets them, and there's this one short guy that when he goes to the bathroom, they put it up to maximum height and leave the button, up-down button on top of his desk.
Well, now I'm warming to them. I wasn't aware they could be the source of so much mirth. Now, Jack's worried because on 131060 we've said, listen, ultimately it's the show's money. It's going to come out of the show's budget.
Exactly.
We only have a certain amount of money to make all our dreams come true all year, and $900 is a kick in the guts to that bank account. But if his spine requires it, if Jack's special desk needs to be gotten for his spine, then maybe the people should decide. Jack's concern is he doesn't think too many people are going to ring up and say, give that guy a desk.
Well, Josh is here. First up, Josh, how are you feeling about it?
Ahoy.
Ahoy, Joshy.
Ahoy. I'm for it as long as the show is better for it. Like yesterday, the pager was fantastic.
Yep.
We could communicate to Hamish,
Yep.
and that was better for us, the listeners. I could see that was good money to be spent.
Yeah.
But how does standing up? How do we improve the show because of that?
Yeah, it's a great question, Josh, because in essence, as a listener, you're a shareholder.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're a person of the People's Show, you're a shareholder. How does this, Jack, give value to shareholders?
Well, I suppose my health is just improved all round.
Yeah.
And then I bring a health...
You seem good. You seem in good spirits, and you've been forced to sit today. What do you think, Josh? Have you noticed Jack being particularly down?
The show has been good so far. I haven't seen
Exactly. I
any
mean,
problems.
I suppose what we're going maybe we're going well at half pace because Jack's not giving us the best button pushing.
And can I also say, Josh, that I actually stand while we're here in the studio. I sit during the day, but I stand in here. So if the show is sounding good with me standing in here, maybe I've got a good attitude rolling around the studio. I don't know, as I'm saying it.
Josh,
convincing myself.
Josh, just hang on while Josh is here. Jacko, what time do you get into the office here?
Yeah, got in at 11 this morning.
11. Okay. We went to a different meeting room for a little bit around about 1.
Sat down for a bit.
You came up to the studio with us around about 3. Mm-hmm. And you're standing for the rest of the day. I think your only sitting window
We're
is
probably only talking about 3 hours of sitting, aren't we?
at the most. At the most.
Yep. And we could reduce that to 1 or half an hour.
That's the dream. Mick, I mean, you're a shareholder here. You get to make the decision. What's your feeling?
Yes, ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Mickey.
I reckon we should give him the desk, but
Thanks, mate.
you boys get to delegate whether he stands or sits at what time.
Hey, Mick,
that.
can I throw one other suggestion to you, Mick?
Yep.
We give him the desk, but because it's from the people, we start up a new form, which is Jack thank you cards at hamishandy.com.
Yep.
And every single person that requests one,
Yep.
Jack has to send a personal message out to from his standing desk.
That's true. You have to send
thank
thank you
you.
cards
Perfect.
out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wait. So how do they request a thank
So
you?
people
We'll
go to
put up a
hamishandy.com
new form at hamishandy.com.
and like instead of going, send us an email or enter a competition or listen to the podcast or one of those bits of the menu, it will be request a thank you card from Jack.
And I
And
send
then
them an email to
people
say
fill
thanks.
out their details,
Yep.
and I'd
got-
like you to send them a card.
You've got 1 week to get them in, and then Jack personalised cards to everyone. And then
Yeah, well, I don't think that many people will request one. So
Well-
I'll do it.
HamishAndy.com.
We'll get it up
Make
as soon
Jack
as we
Ernie's
can.
desk.
Hamish Andy.
And the other day, I thought we had a fairly straightforward deal. Cackling Jack, who presses the buttons for us and does a wonderful job, revealed to us that behind the facade of cheerful, error-free friend and helper is a twisted, gnarled old man who's in agony. Yeah. He said, look, I need one of those stand-up desks, the motorized ones that can go from sitting to standing. I need one because I've got some back problems. I went, okay.
Yeah, and now we've got some backtracking problems, which is very ironic, isn't it?
Because he said, look, it has to come obviously from the show's budget because this is my workplace. And we said, okay, well, it's $1,000. This is a very expensive desk. It's going to come from the pool of money that, I mean, we don't know what we're going to do with that money this year, but it's the station has it earmarked for things of great fun.
Yep.
Not office perks.
No.
But we said, look, if people rang up and said, listen, if Jack wants it, since it kind of technically is the people's money, all he has to do is give us a thank you. So he set up a little form at the website, hamishandy.com. Just go there, give us your details if you'd like a personalised thank you from Jack. Least he could do to get his desk. You agreed to that, didn't you, Jack?
I did.
Jack, how many people have requested a thank you card from you?
So far, there's more than 1,300 people who've sent an email.
Okay. I specified you weren't allowed to do it within work hours because obviously we don't want him distracted more than he already is.
I mean, I'm seeing the start of a spiral here where he then needs an arm splint because his hand's fallen off from all these notes. And then he needs crutches because now his body's misweighted because he's got the arm splint on. And could be the start of a lot of injuries. But I'm with you, Ando. We can't have you all day just writing thank you notes. I mean...
So you think you're doing them at home or...
Well, can I just, because you brought up the money, that we're wasting the show's money, and I don't want to waste people's money.
No.
I just did some quick calculations on how much it's going to cost to actually get these thank you notes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by the end of the
Just
form-
bearing in mind, Jack, you can't put a price on a personal touch. Keep going.
1,300 emails at the moment. So by the end of the week, when the online form closes, that could be 2,000, 2,500.
Yep.
Standard post now is $1.
Is
That's
it really?
true. Yeah, they bumped it up. They snuck it up
$7.
40 cents.
So that's already over $2,000 there. Plus the price of the card, which, I mean, being pretty lenient is 50 cents maybe.
Oh,
per
right. So
card.
you're not going to go to the news agency and buy individual cards?
Well, that would be like $6 per card.
Well, I had a nice image of you selecting one going, Darren would like that one. That's good. Thanks for being a friend. I think Sue would like that one.
Sure.
So you
Okay.
were just thinking of printing off some sort of mass-produced generic card, were you?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then I suppose...
So it's 50 cents a card. Yeah, right. So it's another $1,000 for cards.
So at the moment, the desk was less than 900, 875. And I did put that through on Monday, so that is on its way.
Okay.
But sending out the thank yous is going to be well over $4,000. So I don't want to do it to the people.
The good news is, Jack...
Cancel the desk? I mean, it's on its way. Do we try and get a more cost-effective way of doing this?
Do we chop up the desk
for everyone.
and everyone gets a piece of the desk?
I can do like a...
But it'd be a fun memento.
Again, how are we setting that out?
People could come in and pick it up.
Choose like 10 people off the list, send them a thank you note, and the rest of them, I do like a video message at the desk when it comes.
I'd like a song. I'd like a thank you song.
That's
written,
a nice touch.
From the desk.
Yep. The desk sings it.
No, he sings it from the desk.
You have to sing it from the desk.
By the desk.
But it would be nice to put a chorus in, or a bit of a, people can use auto-tune. You get the desk to go like, like up and down, and you make it sing some of the song.
Okay, that's different.
I don't know who told you it's motorised. It's not motorised. It's like a lever system.
Okay.
I was thinking of some sort of duet between you and the desk.
What about this? Okay, a song where Jack has to mention a selection of the people that have written for a thank you card.
Yep.
But
at least a dozen names.
At least a dozen names and a thank you song that we can publish.
I'll tell you one of the reasons why we're being lenient here, Jack, but also disappointed that you're not sending personalised thank you notes to these people that have written to you, is because, be honest, were you just going to make the people that drive around in the promotional vehicles, the street teamers, were you going to make them do it for you?
I wanted them to write the addresses on the envelopes, and I would sign the cards.
So we're really saving those guys.
And we're saving those guys.
They have a hard enough time already.
The company a lot of money. I think it makes more sense to have a song, and then a song that Jack will do as a thank you song, and then we'll put up Jack's Twitter handle, and he can do personal thank yous to people back after the song.
All I can do is hope that people are happy with this, because it's like donating to a Kickstarter campaign to be like, oh, guys, we're building a space shuttle, we're going to the moon.
Okay,
and then afterwards being like, oh, no, we just built some Dodgem cars, so... Thanks. Look, you promised a huge game, and now we're getting a song from a desk that's not even motorised. So, as a listener myself, I got a bad taste in my mouth. But I'll keep the vibe up for the team.
Hammy, you and I have giggled at this a lot this week. Cackling Jack here put in a request for a stand-up desk. He wanted a stand-up desk. When we found out how much, we're like, oh, yeah, that should be fine. He's got a sore back, and his physio has suggested that if he stands more, that'll be better for him and his back.
It really shocked us that it was about $900, this stand-up desk, which is a lot more than...
It should
10
be.
to 15 yellow pages, which is what we were thinking could a fairly good make-do cost. Yeah. So he said, Jack, is it really worth that much more than 10 to 15 yellow pages? No, guys, I really need it. All right. It's the show's money. If we spend $900 on a stand-up desk for you, it's going to be coming essentially out of the fun pot. And that's where the money show and the people's money technically lives. But, people called him and said, all right, let's give him the desk if he writes us thank you cards. Didn't turn out that way.
We put it out to the people, and they said, yes, Jack deserves the desk.
Okay. They're shareholders in the show. They've decided to spend the money on him. That's fine. He reneged on his deal to write thank you cards because too many requests for a thank you card came in, over 3,000 requests. Yep. Jack, Andy raised a point to me the other day, and I'd be interested to get your answer on this. He helped you put the desk together, and he observed you on the first few days you had the desk. His contention was you didn't actually love the desk.
No, I do love it now. Of course, it took a little while getting used to standing all the time, but I thought that
Were you nervous day one?
I was a little bit worried day one, and I could tell that you guys were watching me to see if I was standing a lot. So I hope you notice I have been standing a lot.
A little bit. I'd say 20% of the time. I've actually seen you sitting in my chair looking up at your laptop on the desk that's now 2 stories above you.
The other thing is, I know that this period is when you're trying to prove that it's a good investment. It's like when you buy any stupid toy. You go, yeah, Mum, I'm using it. I'm playing Mousetrap. I love the board game. Loved it. Anyone
floating around on a hoverboard over summer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good. Love it. Very handy. Need it.
But the true proof will be in the pudding in months to come. But Jack, We did. That's not what we're here to talk about. Your use or non-use of this product will come under great scrutiny throughout the year. But today,
God help you if we catch it a day go by with you not activating the desk into stand-up mode. It's such a fad. Do you know what I reckon is going to happen next, Ando? Floor desks.
Floor desks.
I reckon people go, you know what? Standing's crazy. Let's all lie down and work. I bet you we see floor desks by the end of 2018.
Better on our backs. Would you agree, though, Jack, that it's a bit bulkier than you thought? Because
It was much bigger than I thought, yeah.
And when
I only need
you've
it
got
for
it up,
one little laptop.
it doesn't come up, it comes out. So, like, basically, because I sit behind you, I can't sit there anymore if you're
No,
standing.
we both can't be in the office at the same time. If I want to stand.
It's a transformance.
Realistically.
It has taken over a lot. I mean, we should have probably got a council permit for it. It's a fairly big addition to the building.
So it was agreed upon that Jack would write a song thanking the listeners if he couldn't, in fact, send 3,000 thank you cards out at 70 cents per stampage. So, Jack, you've done the song.
I've done the song, and I want to let you know I am grateful from you guys, but there was a little hesitation at first from you both, and I just want to warn you that this song doesn't paint you really in a favourable light.
You've got to be kidding me. We bought you a bloody desk.
And I can't explain how the creative process works, but this is what I came up with.
I'm so glad we bought you a desk, though, so you can work more efficiently and get your insult songs written better.
Killed over at the hips, bulging discs and a twisted spine. Doctors say they haven't seen this in a very long time. They said you've been curled up in your chair too long, you need a standing desk from now on. I said that's easier said than done. Hamish and Andy have no compassion. So I asked for the standing desk, so my back might get some rest. Hamish and Andy said we don't care, get back to your chair, get back to your chair. But the listeners of the People's Show said wait before you say no. We think the boy should stand, it's an expense that we're willing to spend. So thank you to the legends of the People's Show, sitting in your car or listening at home. Thank you for letting me stand. Doctors say I was days away from irreversible damage. They praised the listeners of the People's Show, and they damned Hamish and Andy. Thank you to the people for letting me stand. And shall the demons of the radio, Hamish and Andy, be forever damned.
Enjoying
Internal damnation was upon us. I'm glad that you're happy we got you the desk.
Small price to pay for Jack's back feeling better, us burning in hell forever.
Just got a request here from Jack Ham for a stand-up car so we can drive home.
Gus just wondering if I could get another stand-up desk. P.S. We'll need some stilts and some of the roof cut out.
It's Hamish and Andy.